Hi, everyone. It's Dr. Chris Nowinski, co-founder and CEO of the Concussion Legacy Foundation. As part of celebrating the Concussion Legacy Foundation's Brain Pledge Month, I've decided to put together a brief State of the Union for the 8,000 of you who have chosen to pledge your brain to our research. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for your pledge. I have pledged like you because I'm also committed to not only helping next generation, but also getting the answers that we need to live our best lives after all the head impacts that we've suffered. First, I want to give you a quick update on how the Brain Bank's doing, and the answer is they're doing an incredible job. The VA and Boston University research team now have 1,000 brains in the Brain Bank, and that is allowing them to do incredible things, including we're closing in on 100 publications about the brains that have been donated that have changed everything we know about CTE and given us better ideas for targets for treatment, better ways to diagnose it in living people, and better understanding of risk factors. We also have now shared the tissue with 60 research groups around the world. And what that means is that it's not just our incredible team, but we're literally recruiting the top scientists and saying, please bring your expertise to CTE and help us find answers faster. And one of those answers that everyone's been finding is that the story of the legacy of hits to the head is not just CTE. There are a lot of other things that are going wrong in our brains, including white matter changes and other things that we're now able to get our heads around because of this volume. I also want to thank our global brain bank partners. I just checked in with the Australian Sports Brain Bank. They are now have over 20 brains donated and multiple publications, including the first cases of CTE in Australian rules football, in rugby league, and in rugby union. I also just checked in with our team in Brazil at the University of Sao Paulo. They just reviewed 520 consecutive male brains donated to their aging study to help us get an idea of what the population rate of CT is. I look forward to sharing that with you in the future. And then I just want to say, this was all done on top of the energy that you've created by pledging and talking about your pledge and sharing your story. And because of that, we're closer than ever to understanding how to diagnose and treat CTE, and for those of us who have kids, and how to prevent it. If you want to help us celebrate Brain Pledge Month and continue to push this forward, here's 4 ways you can help. First, I love seeing it when you take a picture with your card and post it on social media and invite other people to pledge their brain. So feel free to snap that pic and then put it on. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. Also, get involved in clinical research. Right now, there's not enough studies going on. We just started recruiting for the FIND CTE study, which involves a second generation PET tracer. For that, we're only recruiting NFL players because unfortunately they have a higher risk of having CTE, but we're also working hard to develop a clinical study that everyone can participate in at home, longitudinally online. So look forward to that in the future. Number 3, you can start a Facebook fundraiser to help us continue to have this outreach to families. Unfortunately, when people pass away, I'm still making those phone calls to families, and they're still incredible and receptive and saying yes, but it does take a lot of infrastructure to get that work done. And then finally, please let us know how we can help you. We know that mental health is difficult during COVID. We've started Facebook groups for people suffering PCS and CTE. We've started email newsletters to continue to educate on those. If you aren't on those, you'll have links in the email. And also feel free to reach out to our helpline, where we can give you one-on-one support for what you're struggling with. If you have symptoms that aren't being treated well, we will help you find a doctor who can give you a new approach, who might have more experience. Because there's no need to suffer if you don't have to. So please reach out to the helpline. We're here for you. Thank you again for pledging your brain to this research. And I wish you and your family a happy and, more importantly, healthy 2021.